Big news is shaking up the U.S. immigration landscape. The Biden administration has inherited a massive backlog and complex challenges, but now former President Donald Trump's policies are stepping back into the spotlight with a renewed push to ramp up immigration enforcement. The headline? A staggering 55 million U.S. visas are currently under review, sparking concerns, confusion, and serious implications for millions of people living and working in the United States. So, what exactly is going on? Why are so many visas under review? And what does this crackdown mean for visa holders, immigrants, and the U.S. economy? Let's start with the scale of this review. The number is staggering. 55 million visas currently in the system are being scrutinized under new enforcement priorities. This includes visas for tourists, students, temporary workers, and even permanent residents. The goal? To tighten the immigration process, reduce fraud, and increase scrutiny on those who might not meet all the eligibility requirements. This move is part of a broader push by Trump and some lawmakers who argue that previous administrations were too lax on immigration enforcement, creating loopholes that were exploited. Supporters say stricter checks protect American jobs, reduce illegal immigration, and ensure national security. But critics warn this could lead to widespread disruption and harm the U.S.'s global reputation as a welcoming nation. For visa holders, this means uncertainty. People who have been living, studying, or working legally in the U.S. could suddenly find their status questioned or delayed. Students might face difficulties enrolling or continuing their education, workers could see job disruptions, and families may worry about the future of their immigration status. Employers are also on edge. Many industries rely heavily on temporary and skilled foreign workers from tech and healthcare to agriculture and hospitality. Lengthy visa reviews could stall projects, create labor shortages, and increase operational costs. Businesses are urging policymakers to find a balance that ensures security without choking the flow of talent that keeps the economy moving. It's also important to understand the political context. Immigration has long been a hot-button issue in U.S. politics. Trump made strict immigration enforcement a cornerstone of his presidency, including building a border wall and increasing deportations. While his administration left office, many of those policies linger, with ongoing debates in Congress and the courts. Now, as Trump and his allies push to revive aggressive enforcement measures, the immigration system faces increased pressure. For millions of people who came to the U.S. seeking opportunity, education, or refuge, the stakes couldn't be higher. On the other hand, immigration experts point out that a massive backlog and slow processing times have created serious bottlenecks for years. The current visa system wasn't designed to handle tens of millions of applications efficiently. So, some level of review might actually help improve security and streamline processes if done fairly and transparently. But concerns remain about how this will be implemented. Will it lead to mass visa cancellations or denials? Could this cause a brain drain if skilled workers decide to leave the U.S. for friendlier countries? And what happens to families caught in limbo, unsure if they can stay or must leave? The economic implications are significant too. The U.S. economy relies heavily on immigrants. They contribute billions in taxes, fill critical jobs, and drive innovation. Disruptions in visa approvals could ripple across sectors and slow growth at a time when the economy is already facing challenges like inflation and supply chain issues. So, what's next? The government has announced plans for phased reviews and claims they will prioritize fairness and due process. But it's clear that immigration enforcement will be a defining issue in U.S. policy for the foreseeable future, especially with the 2024 elections coming up and immigration continuing to be a hot-button topic. For those affected, staying informed and prepared is crucial. If you or someone you know holds a U.S. visa, it's a good idea to consult with an immigration expert or attorney to understand your rights and any changes that might affect your status. If you found this update helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for ongoing coverage of immigration and U.S. policy, and ring the bell so you don't miss any important updates. And I want to hear from you. What do you think about this massive visa review? Will it make the U.S. safer and more secure, or does it risk hurting families and the economy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.